寒いな。
皆さんこんばんは。ファンタビジョンの世界へようこそ。
ファンタビジョンの世界。
これから皆さんにファンタビジョンを楽しんでいただくために、このゲームを基本ルール、応用ルール1、2、3の4部構成で説明いたします。
はい。
まずは基本ルールから順番に焦らずゆっくりマスターし、素敵なファンタビジョンライフをお過ごしください。それでは基本ルールを説明いたします。ファンタビジョンは次から次へと打ち上げられる花火玉を爆発させていくゲームです。画面中央の赤い丸がプレイヤーの操作するカーソルです。このカーソルを使って花火玉を爆発させていきます。では実際に花火玉を爆発させてみましょう。コントローラーの左スティックを動かすと、その動きに合わせカーソルからガイドラインを発生させます。このラインを花火玉に合わせキャッチボタンを押すとカーソルがその花火玉の上へ移動します。
花火玉を。
これをキャッチと言います。こうしてキャッチを繰り返し、同じ色の花火玉を3個以上連続でキャッチすると、画面上の方に表示されたキャッチ表示が点滅します。ここでフラッシュボタンを押すと、キャッチした花火玉を爆発させることができます。これをフラッシュと言います。こうして次々と現れる花火玉をフラッシュさせていきます。しかし、打ち上げられた花火玉を一定時間放っておくと、やがて消えてしまい、画面下にあるライフゲージが減ってしまいます。また、キャッチしても、いつまでもフラッシュさせないでいると、やはり一定時間で消えてしまいミスになります。減ってしまったライフゲージは、花火玉をフラッシュさせると少し回復しますが、何度もミスをするとライフゲージはどんどん減っていき、ライフゲージがなくなるとゲームオーバーになります。以上でファンタビジョン基本ルールの説明を終わります。さらに詳しいそれでは応用ルール1、誘爆と花火の種類について説明いたします。打ち上げられた花火玉をフラッシュさせると火花が飛び散りますね。この火花に同じ色の花火玉が触れると自動的にフラッシュします。これを誘爆と言います。誘爆をうまく使えばたくさん花火が打ち上がってきてもすべての花火玉をキャッチする必要がないので、無理せずに落ち着いて花火をフラッシュさせることができます。なお、フラッシュさせた時の形は花火玉のタイプによって違います。その違いについて説明していきましょう。これはデイジーとペオニー。フラッシュすると花火は丸く広がります。次の花火はウィローとスプラッシュ。フラッシュすると火花が下へ垂れ下がります。
種類とかあったな。
これはデイジーとペオニーよりも長い間誘爆の効果が持続します。そしてワイド。画面上の広い範囲で誘爆の効果が発生します。最後はマルチ。マルチはフラッシュすると小さな花火玉に分裂します。ここでもう一度フラッシュボタンを押すと、それぞれの花火玉が一斉にフラッシュします。このように花火の種類と誘爆を覚えるとゲームをより戦略的に楽しめるようになるでしょう。以上で応用ルールにチェーンについて説明いたします。 花火を連続してフラッシュすることを
フラッシュすること
このゲームではチェーンと呼びます。花火玉がフラッシュするたびに画面左のチェーン数が増えていき、チェーンが終わった時点で最終的なチェーン数とボーナス得点が表示されます。さて、花火玉の基本色は赤、青、緑の3色ですが、これら以外にワイルドと言われる特殊な色の花火玉が存在します。ワイルドはどの色の花火玉とも組み合わせて使うことができます。
なるほど。
最初にワイルドをキャッチしてもいいですし、間に挟んだり、ワイルド2発に他の色という組み合わせもできます。ただし、ワイルドだけではフラッシュできません。ところで、通常花火玉は同時に一つの色しかフラッシュさせることができませんが、ワイルドを使うことで別の色の花火玉とまとめてフラッシュさせることができます。例えば、2つの同じ色の花火玉の次にワイルドをキャッチした時の場合のように、フラッシュが可能な状態でなおかつ最後がワイルドであれば、次は違う色の花火玉をキャッチすることができるのです。そして、新たにキャッチした花火玉も3つ以上揃えばまとめてフラッシュできます。このように複数の色の花火玉を同時にフラッシュさせるテクニックをこのゲームではデイジーチェーンと呼びます。
そこはデイジーチェーンじゃないの？
デイジーチェーンでフラッシュした花火玉はそのチェーンに含まれていたすべての色の花火玉を誘爆させることができます。しかもデイジーチェーンを行うと通常のチェーンボーナスとは別にスペシャルボーナスが加算されます。デイジーチェーンは少し難しい技ですが、高得点を目指すには欠かせない技です。ゲームに慣れてきたら、ぜひチャレンジしてみてください。
はい。このあった覚え
以
てなかった。
上で、応用ルール3、アイテムとスターマインについて説明いたします。
スターマイン。
花火玉をフラッシュさせると、時々アイテムが出現します。アイテムには花火玉の代わりとして使用できるものや、ライフゲージが回復するものなど、様々な種類があります。なお、アイテムはワイルドと同じように、どの色の花火玉とでも組み合わせることができ、フラッシュさせることでその効果を発揮します。さて、このゲームには大量得点を狙えるスターマインというスペシャルモードがあります。スターマインになるにはスターと呼ばれるアイテムが必要です。このスターアイテムをフラッシュさせると画面下
やるか。お、イージーしかない、最初。セレクトか
な。懐かしいゲームやってるな。
マジで懐かしい。
Welcome to ファンタビジョン。
やばすぎでしょ。
Please enjoy this fantastic journey. 3 chains. 3 chains.
あ、つむつむ。
6 chains.
今何？緑？
2 daisy. 'Energy up. 17 chains. Wonderful.
難しいんだけどこのゲーム。
8 chains. 4 chains. 2 daisy.
このゲーム難しくない？
Energy up. Stars. 28 chains. Great. 3 chains.
間違えた。
Bonus point.
今何？緑？
18 chains. Wonderful. 2 daisy. 17 chains.
いや
Wonderful.
マジ今何ってなるわ。
Energy up. Bonus points. Bonus points. 15 chains. Wonderful. 4 chains.
わからんわからんわからんわからんわからん。
15 chains.
Easy.
Wonderful. 2 daisy. Energy up. Star.
え、このゲームこんなに難しかったっけ？
Very good. Bonus points.
ないないないないない。わかんないわかんないわかんない。
Star.
意外と誘爆する。
Energy up.
あ、ない。
Master chain.
あ、ない。
Fantastic. 2 daisy.
意外と誘爆するからガンガン
Star.
ガンガン回すの大事だな。
17 chains. Wonderful.
今赤。
Bonus points.
ガンガン爆破して
19 chains.
回すの大事だ。
Wonderful. Energy up. Bonus points. Star. Star. $29.
いやー無駄にあれした。
Great. Star.
来た。たまーん。
Star mine.
いや、俺一面でこれはもう二面無理かもしれん。曲違う。曲こんなんだったっけ？
Master chain. Fantastic. Bonus point. Bonus point. Energy up. 18 chains. Wonderful. 3 chains. Bonus point.
ここまで死ぬほど真面目にパズルゲームをやるの初めてかもしれない。
19 chains. Wonderful. Bonus points. Energy up. Energy up.
青がない。
16 chains. Wonderful. 2 daisy. Energy up. 21 chains.
あ、
Great.
間に合わないなこれ。
Bonus points. 9 chains.
オッケー。果たしてこれはうまくいってるのか。わかりません。リプレイデータでセーブしますか？こんな昔なかったわ。なんかあった気がする。なんかいろんな画面で見れたよね。あ、ステージ2だ。
リプレイあったぜ。
2 daisy.
あった気がする。うん。なんか、見てた気がするわ。なんかいろんな画面角度から見れるのな。いるこれみたいな。
20 chains. Great. 2 daisy. Bonus points. Energy up. 15 chains. Wonderful. Energy up. 9 chains. Bonus points. 4 chains. Energy up. Star. 19 chains. Wonderful.
あー、やべ、ちょっと。
13 chains.
あー、違う。
Very
あー、違
good.
う。
Energy up. Star.
あー、 ケー、緑がそっちですね。
19 chains. Wonderful. Energy up. Bonus points. Bonus points. Bonus points. Energy up. Energy up. Bonus points. Energy up.
忙しすぎるぞ。
Master chain. Fantastic. 4 chains. Star. Bonus points. Energy up. Bonus points.
やばい。
Master chain.
中途半端だった。
Fantastic. 2 daisy. Star. Star. Bonus points. Energy up. Energy up. Master chain. Fantastic. 3 chains. Star. Energy up. Bonus points. 18 chains.
間違えたんだけど。
Wonderful. Energy up. Energy up. Bonus points. Energy up.
マジ。
Bonus points. Energy up. Master chain. Fantastic.
What the fuck?
6 chains. Energy up.
なんかアイテムの買い方あったよな。
25 chains. Great. Energy up. Bonus points. 8 chains.
そうだ今みたいに。そんな時間ないが。
Energy up.
なんでミスするの。
24 chains.
ターマイン。
Star. 3 chains. 3 chains.
スターマインしたい。
Star.
スターマインしたい。
7
危
chains.
ない。
Star mine.
今日こんなんだったっけスターマイン2の。もっとノリノリな感じだった気がするんだけどな。
Master chain. Fantastic. Two daisy. 7 chains.
プレデートセーブしとこう。出た、なんか無駄な味しちゃうのに。あったーあったーなんかよくわかんないの。何
助かる。
この意味不明な声が何なんだよ。この辺から難しくなかったっけ？結局好き3面の。
11 chains. Good. Bonus points. Star. 2 daisy. Star. 14 chains. Wonderful. Star. 5 chains. Star. 2 daisy. Energy up. Energy up. 18 chains. Wonderful. Star. Star. Energy up. Star. Master chain. Fantastic.
早くない？もうえ
Star mine.
そんなスター出た？出た !2 色だ
9 chains. Master chain. Fantastic. 8 chains. Star. 19 chains. Wonderful. Star. 2 daisy. Energy up. Bonus points. 18 chains. Wonderful. Energy up. Bonus points. Bonus points. 8 chains. Energy up. 2 daisy. Star. Bonus points. Bonus points. Master chain. Fantastic. Energy up. Star. Energy up. Energy up.
わーなんかやめろと。
26
向き向き。
Great. Energy up.
向きどうなってる？
Energy up. 20 chains. Great. Star. 3 chains. Energy up. $15 chains. Wonderful.
青にやりたいのに。これマジあるあるなんだよな。このゲームは。
Bonus points. Star.
踏みしたいのはお前じゃねえってなる。ジーザス。セーフ。
Star. Bonus points.
昔もっと苦戦した気がする。
Master
俺
chain.
ゲーム上手くなったな。まあでもイージーステージって書いてあるから、なんか、デフォはハードな気がする。昔やってたのは。今強制イージースタートだから、なんか知んないけど。
Master chain. Fantastic. $12 chains. Very good.
Very good. クソゲー、そして宇宙で。何いらんて。リプレイデータいらんて。
2 Daisy. Seventeen chains. Wonderful. 2 Daisy. Bonus points. Bonus points. 17 chains. Wonderful. Star. Star. Master chain. Fantastic. Star. Star.
あれやばい。
13 chains. Very good. Bonus points.
青。
29 chains. Great. Bonus points. Star. Star. 16 chains.
頭が回る。なんかガンダム動いてる。何？こんなんいなかったやろ。
Energy up. $20 chains. Great. Star. 11 chains. Good.
あー、ミスした。
Star mine.
こんな斜めから来たっけ？序盤のステージもっとなんか真下から来なかったっけ？
Master chain. Fantastic. Energy up. 25 chains.
う
Great.
ん、弱い。
2 Daisy.
デイジー。
10 chains. Good. Bonus points. 5 chains.
あー、よくわかんなかった。最悪。
Bonus points. 14 chains. Wonderful. Star. Star. Bonus points.
頑張りしてこう。
Bonus points. 19 chains. Wonderful.
最低。
4 chains.
忙しいよ。こういう時はとりあえず3個貯めて爆発させる。
Good.
大事。
4 chains. Star. Star. 2 Daisy. Energy up. Bonus points. 18 chains. Wonderful. Energy up. Star. Energy up. 22 chains. Great. Star. Energy up. Bonus points. Energy up. 22 chains. Great.
終わってる。
Energy up. Star. Energy up. Energy up. 29 chains. Great.
スターマイン。
Star mine.
こんなスターマインするゲームだったっけ？
Master Chain. Fantastic.
ノリノリで買っちゃったけど Xbox に入ってるとか言わないよな。入っててもおかしくなさそう。セーフ。マジで誰だよ、この子役。ガッツポーズつうかまあ、ガッツポーズするやつ使いますね。曲ちょっと違くない？この曲好きだったのに違うのちょっと嫌なんだけど。やばいやばい、テンパった。あ、テンパった。テンパった。テンパった時はとりあえず3個。
Bonus point. Star. 27 chains. Great. Energy up.
なんか、やばい。想定したものが壊れてない。
18 chains. Wonderful. Energy up. Energy up.
想定した順番で当たってない。
Wonderful. Energy up. Fourteen chains. Wonderful. Star. $29 chains. Great. Bonus point.
あー、もったいね。
Energy up. 13 chains.
オイラのデイジーが。
Bonus points. 7 chains. Star. 6 chains. Bonus
痛い
points.
痛い痛い痛い痛い、危ないな。
Energy up. Star. 19 chains. Wonderful. Energy up. 8 chains. Energy up. $17 chains. Wonderful.
危ね。
Star. 15 chains. Wonderful. Bonus points. 12 chains. Very good. Energy up. Bonus points. Energy up. 14 chains. Wonderful. Too easy. Star. Star. Star.
はい。
Star mine. Master chain. Fantastic.
なんか一個ミスったんだけど。
Bonus point. Star. 12 chains. Very good. Star. 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 Bonus points. $21 chains. Great. 5 chains. Bonus points. Star. Energy up. 2 daisy. Energy up. Energy up. 22 chains. Great. 2 daisy. Star. Star. Bonus points. Star.
一生スターマインしてるやん。
Star mine.
スターマインの曲変わったのマジで深い。でけでけでけでけでーでーがいい。
Master chain. Fantastic. 7 chains.
曲の許可降りなかったのかね、知んないけど。4days over とかできんのこのゲーム。
Energy up. "28 chains. Great. Energy up. Star. Energy up. Energy up. 13 chains. Very good. Bonus points. Energy up. 14 chains. Wonderful. Bonus points. 2 daisy. Bonus points. Bonus points. Bonus points. Bonus points. Energy up. Star. Energy up. Bonus points. Master chain. Fantastic. 2 daisy. Bonus points. Energy up. Star. 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 Energy up.
なんで曲変えたんだよこのゲームマジで。
Master chain.
納得いかねえ。
Star. Star. 20 chains. Great. Star. Star. Star mine.
曲聴くために2000円払ったのに曲聴けないのなんか納得いかねえな。でもゲーム自体もおもろいけど。
Master chain. Fantastic.
もうでも何面まであるんだっけ ?10 とかだっけ。
Star. Star. Bonus points. Energy up. Energy up.
なんだかんだミスるようになってきた。
Bonus points. Energy up. Star. Two Daisy. Master Chain. Fantastic. Bonus points. Bonus points. Bonus points. Two Daisy. 14 chains. Wonderful. Star. 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 Bonus points. Star.
Star Mine.
Star Mine.
たまになんかうまいことかっこよくやる方法ないんかねこれ。
Master
もう
Chain.
ぐるぐるやってカチャカチャやってボンボンやってるだけだからさいつも。ガキの頃ここヘルス回復タイムだったわ。歯並びガタガタやな。使い回すね。この実写ムービーの予算を他に当てた方がいいだろう。あ、この曲一緒だ。
Bonus points. Bonus points. Master Chain. Fantastic.
うわー、なんか誘爆した。危ね。この辺からちょっと難しかった覚えは確かにある。
Two Daisy. Star. 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 Energy up. Master Chain. Fantastic. Two Daisy. $19 chains. Wonderful. Bonus points. Bonus points. 18 chains. Wonderful. Two Daisy. Bonus points. Star. Bonus points. Master Chain. Fantastic. Bonus points. Star. Two Daisy. 21 chains. Great.
Phew! Star Mine.
Star Mine.
デイジーしていかないときついですね。わー !2 種類だー。誘爆とちると終わるという。
Master Chain. Fantastic.
なんかでもこんな立方体のとこじゃなかった気がする。なんか変なトンネルみたいなとこ動いてた気がするんだけどな。こんなキモいゲームキューブの中やんなかった気がするな。
2 daisy.
2 daisy.
Bonus points. Energy up. 20 chains. Great. Energy up. 2 daisy.
2 daisy.
Bonus points.
誘爆したんだけど最悪。でこういう大事故がよ、
Energy up.
まれに起きるから怖えんだって。
Bonus points. Star. 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 Master chain. Fantastic. Star. Bonus points. Chains. Great. Star. Energy up. Star. Energy up. 15 chains. Wonderful. Bonus points. Bonus points. 24 chains. Great. Bonus points. 2 daisy. Bonus points. Star. Bonus points. Star. Master chain. Fantastic.
危ねえ。
Star mine. Master chain. Fantastic.
絶対こんなステージなかったわ。何？ミスったしなんだな。
Energy up. Energy up. 2 daisy.
これですかな。
19 chains. Wonderful. Star. Energy up. Star. 23 chains. Great. Bonus points. Bonus points. 6 chains. Energy up. Bonus points. 2 daisy. Bonus points. 15 chains.
わからんわからん。
Bonus points. Star. $26 chains. Great. Energy up. 4 chains.
ちょっと爆発するの早く
Energy
ない？
up. Star.
本気出してきてないなんか。いや誘爆しなかったんだけど。
Master chain. Fantastic. 3 chains.
いやこれそのチェーンをやるときに爆発するやつがあると
Energy
最速
up.
で爆発しないのマジで欠陥だろ。
23 chains.
絶対狙って暇がないこれ。
Bonus points.
爆発しないんだけど。
13 chains. Very good. Bonus
やばい
points.
やばいやばいやばいやばいやばい死ぬ死ぬ死ぬ死ぬ。
22 chains. Great.
きついきついきつい。
7 chains. Energy up. Star. Energy up. 23 chains. Great. 3 chains.
いや、今さすがにデジ狙ってよかった。
Star. Star. 11 chains. Good.
はい。
Star mine.
てててて。許す回復しろー。
23 chains. Great. 9 chains. 15 chains. Wonderful. 11 chains. Good.
やめろって無理な組み合わせ。
Star. 8 chains. Star.
あ、マジ
Bonus point.
飛ばしない？
Energy up. Star. Star. Master chain. Fantastic. 6 chains. Bonus points. Star. 2 daisy. Star. 13 chains. Very good. 3 chains. Star. 2 daisy. Star. 17 chains. Wonderful.
ターマイン。
Star mine.
さあ、ヘリスが入り始めました、バルト君。大丈夫なんでしょうか。これネクスト来るやつ見てるんだけどさ、方向逆だからさ、上から来ると。それで、狙ってたところ違うんやけどってなるのがきつすぎるわ。これキャッチしとくと消えるまでの時間短くなってるっぽいな。こ
Master
れもキャ
chain.
ッチしとくのありだな。
Fantastic. 23 chains. Great. 10 chains. Good.
くー。できたぜ。開発者の家の近くの公園で撮影をするな。あ、これで終わりだっけ？イージーステージクリア。キャリス・ダンカンありがとうな。
Violet 61GG.
このガキの子役も大人だろ。イージー。ノーマルないの？ダイナミックモード。セレクトって何？やんないやんない。曲の なんか変わったよね。気のせい？リプレイオール。リプレイデータ。なんかあった気がする。ほら、回せんの。カメラタイプを変えれんのか？このリプレイモードマジでどこに需要があったん？まあ、プレイステーション2では一番花火の綺麗なゲームでしたからね。ギリギリ返金しなくていいかなぐらいかな、思い出補正で。なんか曲変わってるだろう。なんで？いや、それはすげえ納得いかんわ。ちょっと、調べよう。なんかちょっと違うよね。スターマイの曲も違うし、こっちの方が好きだったわ。なんであの陰キャみたいな曲になったの？この曲聴きたかったのに。なんか微妙に違うよな。
バイオレット61ハロー花火終わってた。1時間持たなかったか。
いや、なんかハード本来はやってもよかったんだけど、なんか違うわ。ちょっと違ったよね。なんで変えたんだし。いや、すげえ違和感あるわ。そうだね、俺ここの曲とか好きだったのになんでこの陰キャにしたん？俺が好きだった。寺田馬分なって。いや、思ったより違くてイラつくから返金しよう。思ってたのと違いましたで、本当に。
Violet 61 Pog。
BGM が違いすぎる。変なリメイクすんな。はい。悲しい。なんか BGM そのまんまでよかったじゃん。いや、まあゲームはそのままだからおもろいんだけど、なんかなぁ。悲しい。なんかみんなアップボートだ。編成はそのままなので。 楽しい。これで2040円はね、取りすぎだよ。いや、BGM そのまま持ってこいって。いや、でも面白くあったな。いや、でも、許せねえ。いや、もう、老害が出てる、老害が。いや、老害だね、これは。いや、でも、俺は老害だよ。
どこかのゲームに似てますね。
俺は老害だよ、丸。これに関しては、俺は老害だよ、丸でもう終わり。言い訳なし。だって、俺は老害ソング聞きたかったぜ。本日のセラフィスしよう。はあ。ご飯何食べよう。ご飯何食べる？最近さ、体に悪いものしか食ってなくて、多分そのうち死ぬ。健康的なご飯ってさ、高くない？
ご飯はマクドナルド。
もしかして。
バイバイ。
金足らないぜ、そんな健康的なご飯とか食べたら。健康ってマジ、栄養バランスは金持ちの道楽なのをね、ひしひしと最近感じてる。弥生県こするか。でも焼肉食いたいぜ。俺は焼肉食いたいけどね。
ようやく救急車の音が我が身になるのか。
なる、そろそろなる。やばい。また多分石できる、これ。石できるだけならいいけど。おや？血糖値いくってなる。テレワークで全然動いてないし、俺。運動不足も感じるしね。やばい。定期的に運動せんとあかんねん。平日の昼間はちょっと遠目んとこ行ってちゃんと歩いて飯を食いに行く。遠出をする。仕事で体を動かさないってね、だいぶまずいことまずいことですよ、皆さん。実はここだけの話、ウルトラお得情報なんだけど。調べるぜ、死が。100ステージ超えないんだけど。何いきゃいいんだろう。クリッツビルドやってみるか、今日。敵を最速で処理する方向性でいく？いや、ヘルス伸ばさんと無理だよな。 落雷は絶対気のせい。落雷ビルドに騙されるな。いや、本人の火力が足りません。本体の火力が足りません。出血とかもらっていいですか？本体の火力が足りません。回復、いや、火力もらっていいですか？火力もらっていいですか？火力もらっていいですか？火力もらっていいですか？火力もらっていいですか？火力もらっていいですか？面白い。しょうがないので攻撃速度を取ると。来た。
レグリンアップで来たの。
来た。けどまあなんかそんなでかいアップでもないしも。
0.9
1.0 まだ出血強ー。出血のこの勝手に死ぬ感じは好きだよ。もうちっちゃい破片もクリッツ出てんのかな？ヘルスが思ったよりねえの怖っ。ヒーリング。このゲームなんで音がバグるんだろうな。一番最初にバグるのが音なんだよな。 ケー。さすがにエバーションは多分必須だよな。33% も別に当たらなくなる。やばい、これでも今最初の1体を倒すのが大変になってきた。花火あるあるだ。自分の火力を上げないとやばい。私一体倒せれば、あとはもう私苦しい。危ない。よしよしよし。こいつ硬いからやだ。あれ足んねえぞ。クリティカルダメージもいいけど、クリティカル率を上げないとこれ良くない気がする。なんかまあでもどうにかなってるか。いや、率上げとくか。率上げとくかって言いながら率スルーしちゃった。まあ、ダメージが見えたら、とりあえずスーパークリティカルな。スーパー。クリティカル率が高くねえから、根本的にスーパークリティカルが発生しねえ。率上げないとダメです。クリティカル率今 5% ぐらいしかない、多分。はい。ああ、露骨に5% 増やすだけで露骨に敵解けるようになったな。露骨やな。スーパー。でも近距離火力は足んねえ。これ攻撃速度が遅えのかな。クリップ率と攻撃速度上げよう。よしよしよしよしよし。まあいいでしょう。攻撃速度上げると、あ、すごい攻撃速度上げると露骨に解けたな。 最初の一撃は常にクリティカル。あ、いいっすね。時計始めました。
花火で
実質ファンタビジョン。ほら、クリティカル上げるぜ。いいよ。溶けてるね。溶けてるね。集合。ちっさー。ちっさー。もっと軽くないと不安なんだけど。いや、攻撃速度ですよ、攻撃速度。で、バーション来た。なんか俺、あれまだ取ってなくない？俺まだ無限、やらかしてない？やらかしてるね。本取ってません。妙だと思ったぜ。妙だと思ったぜ。やらかしたぜ。出たのにスルーしたぜ、そして今。やらかしたぜ。
Tank through.
なんなら全然取ってないぜ。妙だと思ったぜ。全然出ないぜ。 全然出ないぜ。全然出ないぜ。出たぜ。ゲームマンにアイテムゲット。これが強いのに、これを取ってないと意味ないぜ。50レベル分ぐらい損してますね、これ。30レベル分ぐらい損してますね。やらかしたぜ。やらかしたぜ。ファック。もう一回やろう。いや、強い武器あんのかな。トライデント。虹。爆発強くない？多分。虹は3つの弾を発射。3つ強い。弾数正義じゃない？ランダムがいっちゃいいのかな。極端な話。デフォ弱くないけど強くもねえもんな。弾数正義の気がする。弾消せるし、このゲーム。敵の。いや、爆発クリッツビルド最強なんかな。この2頭のものをなんとやら。最初威力弱すぎて苦痛すぎる。ガキから出るやつも、これになんのかね。ガキからってなんか、変な言い方だけど。ボットから出るやつもこの3ウェイになるのかな。ボットから出るやつも変わるんだとしたらさ、ランダムなやつ出るののやつで攻撃速度めちゃくちゃ上げるの強そうだよな。 いろんな玉のやつがまんべんなく出るから隙がねえみたいな。後の器用貧乏であるみたいな、なる気もするけど。お腹すいたー。ラーメン屋結構あんだよな、家の近くに。でもラーメン、体に悪いとされているからな、実は。死にたくないぜ。この前入った餃子屋が普通にうまかったんだよな。
あんなに野菜入ってるのに体に悪いわけない。
確かに。ほうれん草とか入ってるからな。餃子も野菜入ってるぜ。
るし、麺は麦だしスープで水分補給もできるぞ。
確かに。水分補給バッチリだもんな。クセ丼してゴッド。スルーしたー。もういっそ好きなもん選ばしてくれよ。って感じじゃない？リロール無限ってさ、好きなものが選べるでいいのでは？
味今1で飲みきれなかったけど、マナーで伏せ丼ぶり。
くっちゃ。伏せることによりスープが染み出してこない。ないよー。出ないよー。一回スルーするから二度と出なくなっちゃったやん。拗ねてるよ。拗ねてるよ。来た。
この無限リロールあまりにもくだらなくない？
いやマジで好きなもん選ばしてほしい。でもこのゲーム無限リロールないとさ、後半までいかないぜ。いや、無限リロールなしでどうやって後半まで行くのか教えてほしいわ。今度やってみる？今日やんないけど。デフォモードで。でも杖に強いのがあるのはあるかもしんない。今杖全然使ってないから俺いろんな杖。ワンチャン激強杖がある可能性はある。来たー。もうあとは好きに取っていいです。ここまでちょっとめんどくさいだけなんで。無限リロール。ここから先はなんかある程度好きに取っていい。危ない危ない危ない危ない危ない。火力が足りてないぞ。今だ。火 彼か。一番辛い今。一番辛い時。ルーンドアックスを買ったばっかり。バトルフィーリーできたばっかり。バトルフィーリーできたばっかりはそんな辛くないかもしれない。バトルフィーリーできるちょい前ぐらいかも。ちょっとが戻ってるよ。近距離の時にショットが揃ってるのいいですね。いや、でも彼欲しいよな。クリティカルダメージ。今取るのそれ。火力が増えてないぞ。死ぬ死ぬ。危ね。こうやって見るとなんか別にクリティカル出てなさそうだよね。敵死んだ時から出る弾から。出てんのかな。まあクリティカル率が低いからわかんないけども、正直。純粋に攻撃速度増やしとこう。思ったより 3way 強くねえ。まだ落ち着けって。まだだから。まだその時ではない。ろくな紫は出ないんだけど。ろくな紫は出ないんだけど。出たけどスルーしたね。イライラしてきました。弾の火力が低すぎんね。一番の問題はここ上げるか。あ、出血するしたー。そうだ。ちゃんと見よう。くだらないぜ。はい、オッケーオッケーオッケー。
アストロノートで主厳選してる時を思い出す。
ああ、すいません。もう出血取れればこんなもんっすよ。これがシナジーっすね。なんか1個だけ出てんだけど、最も弱くないそれ。1個だけ出てる。最も弱い。最もビットと相性が悪いかも。なんか属性が加わってるとかいうわけじゃないならいいんだけど、爆弾が発射すられるとかだったら、ビットから爆弾がちゃんと出ますだと、そういう爆弾系が一番強そう。3way もしかして弱くね今更なんですけど。今更の気づきなんですけど。もしかしてお前弱くないか？3way 弱くないか？私やっちゃいましたこれ。騙された？また。弾数多いの正義って言ってたけど、当たる弾が少なかったら弱いぜ。ビーム。
ファンタビジョンじゃないやん。
俺、あれしてない？変えてない？ファンタビジョン、なんか曲変わっちゃってて、なんか許せねえって感じ。おもろかったけど。
見えなくもない。
不思議な
プレステ2で狂った頃やってたのに。
わかる。いや、なんかね、曲、マジ、なんで変えたん？ほんと。許せねえ。俺たちのファンタビジョン返せって感じ。スーパークリティカル。ゲーム性は、まあ、そのまんまだから、それおもろいんやけど。ジャンプ力高ー。いいよ、敵が解き始めたよ。
権利とかいろいろある可能性。
いや、なんか権利とかあったと思ったけど、作曲者変わってなかったし、 多分単純に馬ぶりリメイクして、
これも花火みたい。私ファンタビジョンやな。
なんか違うわって感じで、まずい。あれは馬ぶりですね、きっと。最大ヘルス低いからワンチャン即死する。メガーえい。ジャンプでいく、高ー。火力足りてる？まあ、火力は足りてそう。雷頼むぜ。なんか 35% クリティカルの割にさ、クリティカルの表示出すぎじゃない？よくわかんないんだよな。なんでこんなクリッツしてんの？ファンタビジョンだね、これは。こうなると雷やっぱいらない感じするよな。雷が当たってなくない？リスキル気味だから。もう画面に敵を入れない感じでいこう。ああ。させていけ。近接はなぜか目的時間がクソ長いから絶対に入ってくるという。ヘルス増やしてえな実は。実はヘルス増やしたい。 してもらっていいですか？どうも。もうジャンプ力がアホみたいに高い。まあ、速度はまだでも制御下に置けるレベルだな。バージョン来た。今回なんかめちゃくちゃ強そう。火力あるし。ヘルスがないんだよな。多分突然死するねこれ。突然死する可能性はある。リスキルはできてるから弾がほとんど飛んでこねえ。開幕ちょっと飛んでくるぐらいだよな。これクリティカルダメージ上げまくるゲームなのでは？もしかして。もしかすると。敵リスキルし続けれるやん。クリティカルダメージ高いと。また勝ってしまったか。これあれで、まあ、とりあえずこう、ヘルス取るけど。で、止まってると攻撃速度上がりやすくすればいいこれ。この状態にして。で、来るやつ最低限だけ避けるみたいな。そういう感じ？ならさ、これの方が良くない？なら摩擦バチクソ取った方が強い気がするな。止まり続けるって多分ありえないし。でっかー。即死しなくなってきた。まだどうにかなる。いったー。避けないとダメだ。痛すぎる。ヘルスの減り方すごいが。バカみたいに減りよる。 試しに食らってみようで食らえるヘルスではない。いったー。ヘルス減り方やばすぎる。防御力上げてください。防御力上げてください。ちっちゃい弾一発食らったらヘルス半分ぐらい減るわ。でっかい弾食らうと瀕死です。敵の弾はこっちの弾ぶつけると消えるんだけど、敵の弾のヘルスが高すぎて消えないっていう。なんか火力怪しくなってきたな。死ぬ。気づけばないヘルスが。与えたダメージの半分吸収打つって1000ダメとか与えてるんだから、ライフスティールであっという間に回復しそうなもんだけどね。いったー。やっぱ摩擦取った方が強そう。摩擦取るか。ああ、紫出たら何でも取ろうって持ってるのに無事スルー。ライフスティールいらない。雷の威力3倍。まあリスキルできればできるほどいいので。雷の威力3倍って言うけどさ、インフレについていけないんじゃない？いつか。なんかいつか生きていけないってなりそうだよね。で、1000は欲しい、1000は。1000枚はなかなかしてこないだろう。わけわからん。死ぬ。いや、ウェーブ81。 そろそろ死にますね、これ。いつも大体この辺で死んでるね。火力が足りてんな。いや、ちょっと残ってる。いや、怪しい。ぼちぼち敵が抜き始めてる。でもこの辺から火力怪しくなり始めてるんだ。クリスダメージちゃんと取っとくか。うん、なんか敵残ってるもん。ちょっと耐えてる。ちょっと耐えてるのはまずいんすよね。ちょっと耐えないでもらっていいですか。ちょっと耐えてるのがたくさん湧き始めるともう弾幕になるんよ。いいぞ、クイズダメージ補充しろ。だいぶ耐えてるやつ出てきてない？なんかだいぶ耐えてるやついない？ちょっとじゃねえやついるな。だいぶ耐えてるやついるな、マジで。エリスいくつなんだよ。10万とかだったらあれ。マジで。こんなんクリッチビル映画でどうやって倒すん？不可能やろ。おもー。一個だけあれ取っときたいんだけどな。わかねえわ。ウェーブ区切りで取るか。一個だけ摩擦取っときてえよな。一個取っとく分には別に。もったいなかねえです。100いけんじゃないこれ。ペースはいいぜ。なんか変な。何？
W。
何？
もうすぐ100いきそうだねからの。
面白い。 まだお腹すいたな。何食う？何食うか。
やよい。
弥生な気分じゃなくなってきちゃった。お腹が空きすぎて。
curry。
カレーは自分で作る方が美味しいから自分で作る。
done。
11時46分です。AM。
name。
鍋は嫌だよ。え？ちょっと一言いいですか？はい。ゲーム教室に2回ともちゃんと時を設定してくれてありがとう。ほとんどの人はこのステップを真剣に捉えない。嘘？適当やな。そうね。水持ってくるわ。どうせだったら次にこのゲームを起動して、この画面が表示されたら、あなたが一番好きな時間を設定してください。なるほど。自分の好きな時間って何時だろう？ 9 時とかかな、これ。すげえなんとなくだけど。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
あれこんな派手だったっけ？
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
入コンテンツ助かる。あれまっすぐだ、今回は。前曲がった気がするぞ。ニューコンテンツ助かる。
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
来た2来た。
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the
HD
new
edition
territory we'll
とか許せねえな。
cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
あるある。この2を無理やりな。赤くして浮かび上がらせるやつな。
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
一体どんなニューコンテンツが待っているんだ。
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
なんか向こうにある。マジブースの作り方それっぽいのおもろいわ。フリーズのスクリーンショット。
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
何そっち押してないがあ、なんかすごい。全部それになった。
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
フリーニューイージーアチーブメント。実績欲しい。レバーを引いて。やったぜ。レバーどこ？
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
おい。
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
ジャンプサークルだ。ジャンプして。
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for
Jump
Stanley
stick!
Parable 2 as well. Oh wait,
ジャンプし
you
て。
already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
全部使い切ったよ。
Oh well.
補充してく
I
れ。
suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
おーい。補充してくんねえのかよ。
返金。
インフィニットホール気になるな。インフィニットホール左っすかねこれ。ある。インフィニティですよ。インフィニティらしいです。
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
そこ気になる、インフィニティのそこ。
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Eh?
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's
Wow!
Okay, well, good for you. You found the
What?
bottom of the hole. You found
Saggy
out,
da, saggy.
Stanley. I'm a
金返せ。
mild cheat and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
タバコ捨てすぎ
Things
だ
got
ろ
a。little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the whole
ほぼ無限だ。
mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole, but it goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole. I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime. Gosh, how could I have guessed? Back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
お、短いぞ。
Okay, yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
スクショするあれじゃん。
That I'm starting to hit the
SCP で見た。
point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any
お、
shorter.
気になるぜ。
Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me.
短
Not only is the hole not in... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
あれ聞かないぞ。
Is the,
地上だから
teleport
今。
button not working?
いやもう地上だから。
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing. Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
あら、楽しい。お なんじゃ？え？何？何？何？あ、周りが変わんのこれ。何？ワンコかわいい。
ありがてえ。
ワンコ助かる。曲の種類多すぎるだろ。ワンコ返して。何が正解なんだよこれ。
Stanley!
はい。
Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there,
そうですね。
drifting away into dreamland.
楽しくなってる
But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn
楽しくなってる
fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole?
なるほどね。
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
Many,
and I'm
many
looking
years.
forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
まさか？え？ああ、最初からか、さすがに。なんだ？ああ、え？あ、こっから。
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
スクリーンショット撮るとなんか実績ないのかな？あ、ないわ。
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified.
Eh?
Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But
Jim
of
じゃないか、
course, in
俺。
the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, Let's have you roleplay as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
ジムになる
Just
しか
play
ね
along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
はい、私
I
はジム
want
で
you
す。
to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim,
Jim.
falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really...
Jim.
Whoa,
Jim.
hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
Jim.
If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played
Jim.
along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead, oh, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Jim.
ジムが
Jim.
ジムがあいジムじゃないしな。
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later. Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
やったぜやるこういうゲームマジで好きじゃねえあるわこういうゲーム
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
まだ結構見てるとこあるよなフリーアチームどうやったら取れるんだろうレバー下げたいっすよいじれるもんないしなレバーが別にあるとこかなそのレバーじゃなくてこのレバーだよみたいな あそこ行ってないじゃん、バケツのとこ。エピローグ何？あ、なんかジムボタンになってる。
Gym.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it.
バケツを救って。
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind. And
Bucket's
your heart.
kita!
It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on. All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2. Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
英語バケツレバーにかけとくとかかな。まだ違う。なんで、もうでも全部見たんじゃない？うん。ジャンプサークルめっちゃ押すやん。何？
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
ちょっとマジそれっぽいかっこいいロゴってか看板あ
So,
るといいな。
Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
バケツ安心する。
やりてえ。
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
レバー下げて実績解除して。
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
何 ?2 になったね。ぽいぽい。ぽいぽい。2のロゴ赤くしてな。この背景も赤くしてな。あ、これ無限ループでな。あ、いいじゃないですか。
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
あるね。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
あるね。
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Ah,
doors,
bucket
he
拾いに行けばよかった。
entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
走ると戻りたくねえ。
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, oh, no, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see.
ここからだと、
Right,
ここからだと、
down,
右
left,
左、下、
right.
左右。
Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
なるほどね。合ってる？早いな。
No.
ネタバレだね。
Right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is
ネ
all a
タバレだ
spoiler.
ね。
Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
あ、風船なくなっちゃっ
All of
た。
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
あ、ここからか。
When Stanley...
あれ
Wait.
なんか、
Wait.
違くない？
What? No. No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story. I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again. But it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
You win!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time, I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
しょうがねえな。沿ってやるか、ラインに。気になるぜ、ライン外。
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office,
Is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
うるさー。BGM うるせえな。うるさー。あ？え？What the? What the fuck?
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Wait, what? We're back at the office?
なんか戻ってきたね。
No, Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story is... Oh, no,
おー、ネタバレだぞ。
Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you.
ネタバレだぞ。
Everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
帰ってきたぜ。
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Nani?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
My mind goes blank simply because it's
つ
written
いに
here
スタ
on
ンリーが
this,
死ぬ。
this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide?
混乱年度のスケジュールを見つけ
Why don't I
る。
get a say in all of
これ今
this?
4回目で
Is
す。
it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I
前の
don't
リス
want
ター
the
トを
game
ナ
to
レーター
keep
が忘れる。
restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
終わりました。
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
なになになに持ってきた。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Buckets,
Perhaps he-
arigato.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
バケツ助かる。
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone? Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
バケツ助かる。
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than
バケ
ever.
ツがあるからね。
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a
Bucket's
bucket.
okay.
It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley.
バケツを
Don't
手
give
放さない
in.
ぜ。
Don't hand over the bucket. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
-実績解除は
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
なんだっ
stunned
け
to discover not an indication of any human life.
2
Crushed by the weight of this
5
revelation,
7 8だっ
Stanley
け
may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire.
なんだっけ気の始めいいか。
From this very place, the human life bit. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have. The combination was too late.
2845。
If not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
ラッキ
Was
ー
it that the bucket knew all along?
バケ
Was
ツ
the
がね、
bucket guiding him?
バケツが分かってたからね。
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
ありがて
You
えや
found
っ
one
た
of
ぜ
them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines.
6
Remember,
分の2。
no reward for collecting all of these.
やったぜ
Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well
あと4
done.
つ。
You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
フィギュア助かる。
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing. Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolute... Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator. Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
3は楽しいからね、押せば押すほど。ありがとう、リアルボス。
A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he... Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
やろう、ぶっ殺してやる。
When at last they came to the...
オン
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
何
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
えペンギンかわいい
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, living through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
という夢を見たのさ。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
元に戻ってきたぜ。お、星。欲しいぜ。フィギュア集めて。
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Oh? Oh yeah? Nani? 助けて！ガシャンってされる。
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what produces a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Wow! Huh?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death. It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
バケツさんそんな
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
バケツ登ってっちゃった。二つの取っ手があのバケツに
危険すぎる。
危険すぎるぜ。誰もバケツを支配できねえ。バケツにネガティブシンキング。蛇口をひねると、まあね、いろいろと出ていくんやろうな。
心が女だから女性用バケツ使っちゃおう。
人類誕生より前にバケツがそんなしてたからね。バケツ自身が使うことを許可している。Thank you, バケツ。
No man can own a bucket. And certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one.
ご存知だ
It
とは
is
思いますが。
man who should kneel before the bucket.
え？手に入れたぜ、バケツを。
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
え？
Let Stanley die. Let
助け
him be
て！
crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and
助けて！
implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision for...
という夢を見たのさ。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps the confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
やったぜ！
Another miniature Stanley figurine.
3個目。
You know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
やったぜ。
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly... Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket! Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket. Come to me, Stanley. Find me. He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
俺の中にバケツ
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work. Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
通用になるって感じなんだろうね。
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime. A work of art. What but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy. Investing your trust in someone else can be difficult. But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've
欲しいぜ、フィ
forgotten
ギュア。
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for... This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
ん
That's her, Stanley.
何
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh,
Gotcha.
come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
F を押してください。
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Do not do it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
死んだね。2になるの面白すぎるでしょ。はい。お腹空いたんで、ご飯食べてきます。お疲れ様です。